Here he comes.
This feels unpleasantly familiar.
I just hope it goes better than last time.
What happened last time?
You don't want to know.
This is the definition of a big screen movie.
The world is visually stunning, both above the sea and under it.
We have giant creatures. We have massive mayhem.
We have a new international cast. We have a great storyline, a lot of emotions.
They fight monsters, there's hand-to-hand action, there's chases, there's being menaced by Megs, fighting in helicopters. It's like everything. I was a big fan of the original Meg, and basically I got sent the Meg 2 script, and when I read that, I was like, wow, yeah, this is basically all of filmmaking. So it really appealed to me. And the scale of this film is bigger.
When Ben Wheatley read the script and we all got on a call with him to talk, that's when he had us, because his vision of the film was insane and exciting, and all the things that we wanted the second Meg to be.
Ben showed me the storyboard he was creating for over 2.5 years. He knew exactly from the beginning on what shots he wants, what he needs for his movie.
I saw that he understood the script we were going for.
He had actually done an animated version of the entire movie before we started. And it was so helpful for us because we're on a set where we have to imagine a lot of stuff. So when we would go to do a scene, we knew where the Meg would be or what creatures would be around us or what the environment would end up looking like.
So there's a lot more underwater stuff than there was in the first movie. But what I was really hoping was to bring the feeling of the first film and the thing that everyone liked about it and bring it forward into this film. So it was an extension onwards of following those characters and tonally following the characters as well.
What's that? Trouble.
Our intention was to make a movie that was going to be amusing and fun, and people have connected to that.
I wanted to see the Megs destroying more stuff, fundamentally, eating more people.
The Apex Meg is bigger than anything we did in the first movie. He's more like a grizzled veteran, like scars all over him, and he's clearly had a lot of wars. And so he is a really unrelenting machine of death.
Who better to battle a giant shark? Come on, Jason Statham.
Come on, you ugly bastard.
Working with Jason, he's like obviously an absolute expert and master at all this action stuff.
It was really exciting because Jason really responded to the Jonas character, and because Jason was a diver before on the British Olympic team, and Jonas also spells Jason.
The Jason Statham's character Jonas is an everyman, but he's a kind of unflappable professional everyman that faces danger with a slight grimace. That's what I really liked about it, is that kind of down-home heroics.
Let's spread out so that thing don't get us all.
Roll camera, please.
We're introducing a new character into the second film as well, and that's Ming.
The pairing of Jonas and Ming was something that we'd worked on quite a lot in the script to make sure that the balance was correct.
We've got company.
Guys, it's a Meg. Working with Jing, he is so physically incredible. The guy's so strong and so good with his physicality and his body.
Working with Jing was a real pleasure. You know, he's very light on his feet, very light-hearted, and that we have that sense of fluidity so that we can sort of feed off the energy of the scene.
You distract it, I'll get the chopper.
Why me?
Can you fly a chopper?
Yeah, I can.
I didn't know that.
The way that we were kind of making a difference between Ming and Jonas's action sequences was the Ming stuff was less military. Jonas has got a kind of military background, so he can fight in a certain way, and we knew that Ming was had come from a science background, so the Ming character solving things through guile and intelligence.
我也觉得蛮奇怪的，我说，我适合吗？他们觉得适合。那我就来了，试一试，因为从来没有演过，尝试着和怪兽去搏斗。
Jason and Woojin's on and off screen chemistry was really interesting because Jason was very supportive of Woojin all the way through. You know, he was kind of excited to work with him because he's got an understanding of kind of action cinema and Asian action cinema and knew his films, obviously.
说到一些动作的时候，可能大家呼哈几个关键的一些动词说到一块儿的时候
You're taking bigger and bigger risks each time you go out.
I guess we both know about that.
Cliff Curtis and Paige Kennedy have come back. There's a lot of comedic elements that got into the film from working with them and improvising with them and coming up with stuff on the floor.
Cliff reminds us that we're just making a shark movie, a big shark movie. He's funny, and him with Wu Jing, they have great chemistry, so there's a helicopter scene that they just are hysterical in.
And 3, 2, 1, action!
So funny with Paige because we decided in this one we wanted him to be badass because last time he was not. He was always complaining. So he's prepared for this one. It was so funny because when he sent me pictures of himself, I mean, had the boy worked out in the gym or what? He was amazing.
It's been months of this. I don't know which way to go.
That's been super cool to like be kick-ass, and I chose the fight scenes that got kicks in it. Like you don't usually see a big person like me doing kicks, but I was like, nah, I want to roundhouse somebody like Jackie Chan. And I got to be able to do it, so that was like really exciting.
There's a line in the script that says, wild stunts and action that has never been seen before. Yeah, thanks, writers. But there you go. But also, it's like a license for me to do something really crazy. So I was pretty happy with that. They'd given me a kind of a blank page almost there to make something up that was nuts.
We're doing action that we've never seen before.
There's definitely more stunts in the second one.
While we're being attacked by the snappers, because we are in front of a blue backdrop, so basically it's like a blue screen or green screen. There are some lovely people dressed top to bottom in blue, so they match the backdrop.
For the snappers, they have like this blue dome-shaped kind of thing, and then they have it on a blue stick. Everything was blue.
And they imitate the movement of the snapper.
And they would just like try and act like the snappers while I'm trying to fight it like this.
I was lying on a mat with all these brilliant stunt guys around me in blue suits who were pretending to throw me around, and I was punching the air or like a fake snapper head. And it helped so much. All the movement and the being thrown around, it made my job very easy.
Always the goal for us is to try and do real physical effects in a very CG environment.
I wanted to see Jonas Taylor and his crew in much more difficult situations and under much more pressure and see how they acted in those situations.
So, yeah, Jason is obviously a happy bunny in the water.
Shooting scenes underwater in general is incredibly stressful. They are underwater. And you're looking at it on the monitor and going, how much longer can they hold their breath for?
We don't actually teach them to dive. We're teaching them to work underwater.
There's no getting through this door!
这次呢是要表现得快被淹死。
The drowning sequence, which was actually quite taxing because we were in a tiny, tiny contained space.
The thing that gives me the fear about that is like it's basically a roof over them that is plunged into the water. And the only way out, there's like a safety door out and everyone's waiting to grab them and bring them out. But they're still like this, like right up at the top of the thing, gasping for air. And they're acting like they're stressed.
I got this.
With Jason on the jet skis and doing different things. Again, stunts you have never seen before.
Jason wanted this as little as possible on gimbals and pretending to ride jet skis. Almost all of it is him riding very, very quickly on a jet ski, scarily, with us all at the monitors going like this. And like the thing where we spin him 360 as he jumps over the shark, that's kind of him on almost like a rotisserie or like a giant hand drill with a Statham on the end of it that we pulled the trigger on and span him.
The sequence starts off with a jet ski that flies through the air and then crashes into the jetty.
So there was a major bit of engineering that had been done there, which was just incredible. We walk down that and go, oh my God, they built this from scratch.
It's got 6 large water cannons underneath, and Jason is basically going to run away from this jetty, and the jetty behind him is going to explode.
So we've got chunks of jetty, being chewed up by the shark, and his ingenuity without a real shark being there, because they're going to replace it in post. It's incredible.
The helicopter sequence, I don't know whose idea it was to do that, because I've done a lot of action sequences like this before, and they just like move the cameras around, but they're just kicking this up into a whole different gear. I've never seen a rig like this ever.
Normally the helicopter is sitting on a motion base.
Some kind of crane sort of stuff up on the ceiling with this arm they can go and sort of twist on the end of it with the gyro at the end of it.
全是威亚啊，就比如说，我反而喜欢那场在直升机里面用那个吊臂，直升机一直在转，然后。
So by the time you've got everyone on there, you're looking at nearly 2 ton of weight that can spin around a stage of a set and do a revolution in, I think it was 10 seconds.
No! Oh, no!
Ground crew, we're approaching Manor 1.
I was so blown away with the scope of the world.
The production design has been phenomenal. I've never seen anything like it.
I've been gifted with an opportunity on this film to build some fantastic big sets, you know, and also some really cool small sets as well.
All right, let's roll the camera, please. I'm curious.
The most complicated areas is the undersea stuff.
The exosuits that we wore, I guess the thinking behind them was that they certainly make your body move in a certain way. They're very, very weighty. It's almost like they're designed like a shark cage, but on your body.
We kind of started looking into how people move underwater, and we shot some tests underwater to see if you could literally walk in the same way that they do in the film, and found that, yeah, no, you can't. So you'd need like a weighted suit with a suit that had gripping feet, basically, so it would grip onto the seafloor.
We were on ropes that helped us with the movement underwater, because underwater you don't walk like this, you more walk like this. So you can really hang yourself in, and it helps the whole movement process.
Not bad, huh?
Ben, when he was talking to us about the film and what he's doing every day on this set, his creativity knows no bounds. And that's the thing that really, of all things, sold us on him, is that he is constantly coming up with ways to do things.
We get to have a submarine chase, and then we get to have fighting with the underwater creatures. Then we have an adventure inside an upturned oil tanker, and then they go to the surface, and then more fun. So it's like each one kind of is a different challenge, but is really exciting.
From VFX to editing to everything. Being able to work with these teams has been incredible.
What the hell was that?
My overall experience of making the film was brilliant. I enjoyed every moment of it. Even the most stressful moments, I was still enjoying it.
Stay here. Be right back.
The making of the film has been fantastic.